Hamjambo, karibuni tena. Leo tuna Kiswahili, mwalimu kutoka Swahili Kingdom. Ndio, karibu mwalimu. Mimi naitwa Abdul Karim, mwalimu wa Kiswahili. Tafadhali jitambulishe tafadhali. Karibu.
Asante sana Abdul Karim. Mimi naitwa Connie, nafundisha Kiswahili Swahili Kingdom. Hivyo tu ndo naweza sema. Asante.
Unakaa wapi? Unatoka wapi? Nchi gani? Unatoka nchi gani? Unakaa wapi?
Natoka Kenya, naishi Nairobi.
Nairobi. Vizuri sana. Na mwalimu, unaongea lugha gani? Unaongea lugha gani mbali na Kiswahili na Kiingereza? Unaongea lugha gani?
Mbali na Kiswahili na Kiingereza naongea Kifilipino, Kihispania, Kiitaliano, Kifaransa kidogo na Kijerumani kidogo pia.
Hongera sana.
Asante.
Umesema Kijerumani na Kifaransa? Sawa. Vizuri sana. Kwa hivyo mtu akikwambia katika Kifaransa, mtu aseme je m'appelle Abdul Karim, et toi? Unamjibu vipi?
Je m'appelle Connie, merci beaucoup.
Okay, asante sana. Ndio. Mimi ninajua maneno mawili matatu ya Kifaransa pia. Madogo machache.
Ni vizuri.
Sawa. Asante sana. Basi mwalimu, unaweza kutuambia ukurasa wako wa YouTube? Unafundisha Kiswahili, channel yako inaitwaje? Channel yako ya YouTube?
Channel yangu ya YouTube inaitwa Swahili Kingdom. Swahili Kingdom.
Ndio. Swahili Kingdom. Okay, nitaandika hapa kwenye chat.
Swahili Kingdom.
Swahili Kingdom.
Swahili Kingdom. Ukikuja hapo unajifunza Kiswahili na hizo video za Kiswahili hapo.
Vizuri sana. Swahili Kingdom. Ndio, kila mtu ataenda katika ukurasa wa mwalimu, subscribe to the channel Swahili Kingdom. Ni jina sawa la YouTube, Instagram na Facebook na TikTok?
Ndio, kila kitu Swahili Kingdom.
Asante sana. Sawa. Tunapata comments hapa, watazamaji wamefika. Dada Angelika anasema nitatazama baadaye. Sawa dada Angelika, karibu sana. Alafu tunapata Kaita Moses anasema leo niko. Vizuri sana kaka Kaita Moses. Karibu sana. Ndio. So everyone watching, write in your comment section where you are watching us from, and as we continue, Kiswahili with Anisa. Habari nzuri sana. All right. Yes. So our session here is divided into different parts. The first part is the opening and introduction, of which we've just done. Then we'll have why Swahili, our stories for teaching Swahili, and we'll share more about that. Then we will share one word that each of us learned in this day today. And the fourth is common mistakes that Swahili learners make while learning or speaking Swahili. The fifth section is question and answer. So you viewers, our students, you will have the chance to ask questions to us in the chat here. All right. Then lastly, I will have a closing Swahili challenge, maybe tongue twister or any other thing. Yes. All right. Asante sana. Tunapata hapa dada Anisa from Kiswahili with Anisa. Anasema ninatoka Kenya. Vizuri sana. Sasa mwalimu, tunaanza the second section, why Swahili matters. Yeah, can you share your Swahili journey, why you love the language and why you chose to teach the language. Yeah, you'll share the reason for you choosing Swahili language, why you chose Swahili to teach it, and also I'll share my journey. Karibu sana tafadhali.
Asante. Naweza changanya na Kiingereza ama naongea Kiswahili kitupu, Kiingereza kitupu? Naweza
katika sehemu hii katika sehemu hii kwa sababu tunaangalia watu ambao sana hawaelewi Kiswahili, kwa hivyo itabidi tuambie tu kwa Kiingereza na kuna sehemu ambazo tutahitaji kutumia Kiswahili katika pengine leo tumejifunza, tutataja neno la Kiswahili alafu tutatafsiri maana yake, na pia makosa ya wanafunzi tutakuwa tunaeleza. Kwa hivyo tunaweza kutumia Kiingereza katika kueleza safari yetu. Ndiyo.
Sawa. So my journey to start teaching Swahili. I started teaching Swahili because I have been told severally by different people, you look like you can teach something. But I didn't know what I wanted to teach, and I never wanted to get into the journey of teaching. But I found out that I had this liking for languages. I love languages. And since I was learning languages, I decided one day, let me start teaching Swahili on YouTube because it is my native language. Let me teach people to speak in Swahili, to learn Swahili. Let me show them the better way to learn Swahili. Since it is my native language, I have been told that I have the skills to teach someone. I have something in me that I can help someone learn. And so I decided to start with Swahili. Another thing why I chose Swahili is because while I was in school, I really liked language lessons. I really liked Swahili. And even when people are speaking, are talking about something, I like adding corrections. I like telling them the best way of speaking Swahili. And so I just thought, let me do it on YouTube and help people who want to learn the language. Yeah. That's my story.
Asante sana. And from there you've been helping, thousands of students learn Swahili. Hongera sana. Thank you so much, Mwalimu, for your efforts.
Asante.
Yeah. Yes, so for me, yes, so for my Swahili journey started when I was, just a long time ago, I loved the Swahili language. Nilipenda sana Kiswahili. And after my secondary school, I went to learn Turkish language. There was a school in Nairobi that was teaching Turkish language. And I went to learn Turkish language. And I also was volunteering to another school it was primary school. I was teaching students science subjects. Then I discovered most of the students didn't know Swahili. They were not speaking Swahili, and they were expected to do the national exams, the Swahili national exams. I was like their mentor, and I had to help them. The issue with these kids is that they used to live very far. Yeah, they used to live abroad. So whenever school closes, they go, and when they come back, the Swahili that I've taught them, they forgot everything. That's why, that's why I make it. I look for ways to help them. Then I saw teachers teaching on YouTube. I saw teacher Sai Michael, and other many teachers who are teaching on YouTube. And also I opened my YouTube channel and I recorded myself teaching slowly. Then I was doing that whenever students were asleep. I'll go to the classroom I'll record the videos for Swahili. It was
Mm.
really, I used to love this so much. So when they close school and they go abroad, I will just send them a particular video they watch, and then I can mark their exercises just online and so on. Then I
Yeah.
continued like that. When I enrolled to university, I was doing mathematics and physics in university, okay? But
Mm.
at the same time, I was teaching Swahili with the just at the same time. Also,
Mm.
my Turkish teachers as well, they wanted to learn Swahili, struggling to speak Swahili, and I was there. So I had to take this chance because I loved Swahili so much. And in the university, other students advised me, they strongly advised me to stick Swahili course. I looked for schools teaching Swahili as a second language training, but
Mm.
there is no such program. There are no many. I just found school. It was Kipko College. I
Mm.
attended there. I took the course for teaching Swahili, but
Mm.
as a second language. It was a very short course, and after that, I had to look for resources to teach Swahili to other students as well, the Turkish students. And when I was recording videos, I met students
Mm.
from other countries. They encouraged me to do to improve the recordings, and I followed their advice. I bought some microphone, and I improved several things. So the channel grew. It kept on increasing, and I never gave
Mm.
up on teaching Swahili. Continued from that time up to now. When I graduated from university, I had a chance to teach mathematics and physics, and I taught 1 year only. Then I
You
focused on
dropped.
Swahili, and up to now, I am teaching Swahili. And I said, moment. Yeah, I was looking for. I still teach physics and math, just but homeschooling. But before I was teaching Swahili, when I was starting, I was looking for resources to help students because there is this books for teaching Swahili,
Mhm.
Kiswahili Sanifu, Kiswahili Mufti. These books are tailored for Swahili, maybe as a second
Yeah.
language, or Swahili not as a foreign language. Yeah,
Mm.
these books are tailored for Kenyan students or Tanzanian students. So whenever I was using the books to teach Swahili to others, people from other countries, I tell them alamsiki, but alamsiki is not mostly used. It is rarely used, this greeting alamsiki. So I had to
Mm.
look for materials to help the students learn better. That's why I came up with the series of the books for Conversational Swahili, A1,
Mm.
of which you helped me to produce the audio. You remember?
Mhm. I
The
remember.
first, yes. Or thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And ever since, I've been creating resources to help thousands of students and also teachers to make their teaching effective, their teaching Swahili language as effective as possible, because there was a gap. There is
Mm.
no Swahili resources for as a foreign language. There is Swahili
Yeah.
resources maybe as a second language or as the native language, but there is no Swahili resources as a foreign language.
Alright.
See, in Kenya here, few, yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I've seen you also published some of the books. Maybe you can mention some of the books and where the learners can buy or can get those books.
Yeah, so I also published Swahili, I'll basically call them Swahili storybooks. One is called Swahili Conversations, which has Swahili dialogues with English translations from beginner to advanced. So after doing a lesson, a student can go through the book maybe through one dialogue after a lesson. Then they read, they listen to
Yes.
the audio, they learn the new words, they learn the grammar and everything. The other
Yes.
books, I have 3 Swahili storybooks. One is called Maisha Mapya, 2 is called Nyama Choma, and 3 is called Kipepeo. So those are storybooks.
So
Yes,
yes.
they are
Maisha
fictional.
mapya. Kipepeo.
Maisha
Yes,
Mapya,
yes.
Kipepeo, and Nyama Choma.
Nyama choma. Aha.
Yes, they are
Can you tell
fictional
us more
stories.
about this?
About
Yes,
which,
yes.
all of them. Okay, I can start with Nyama
Yeah, you
Choma.
can.
I
Mhm.
can start with Nyama Choma. Nyama Choma basically talks about a Kenyan, or someone from Kenya or Tanzania, let me say basically Kenyan, a Kenyan who was born in, for example, United States of America. That Kenyan was born there together with his sister. They were born there. They never came to Kenya. They
Yes.
were born there. But their parents are Kenyan. And they have been seeing their parents speaking in Swahili, and they were interested. They learned Swahili. And now they got into an age where they wanted to go to Kenya and see what is this land about, because our parents are from here. Then when they came to Kenya, they were looking for this special dish in Kenya called nyama choma, but instead they
Nyama
were
choma.
lost. Yes, instead they were lost, and
Ah,
the student can find more about it in the story. Yes. And then when you go to Kipepeo, Kipepeo is talking about the struggles of a young lady.
okay, okay. The story. So that is about Nyama choma by Mwalimu Connie. Yes.
Yeah. And then Kipepeo
Yes.
is,
Kipepeo.
I can see an intermediate story, an intermediate short story that is talking about a young lady who is struggling to get to her dream. And it is showing how people around you
Yes.
can pull you down when you are trying to achieve something. Basically motivational. Yes, motivational, but it is tailored
Yes.
to
So this is
students, Swahili learners.
okay. So which level? Intermediate or advanced?
Intermediate,
That Kipepeo.
intermediate. Yeah,
Intermediate level. Okay. The
intermediate.
other book you mentioned is Noto.
Yeah, I have Ndoto and Maisha Mapya. Thank you for reminding me, Ndoto. So let me talk about Maisha Mapya. Maisha Mapya is a book of a young guy who is living in the streets of Nairobi, but he is not living a very normal life, or not a medium life as many people are living in Nairobi. And the mother of this child died when he
Yes.
was 15 years old, and he didn't have a father. He had to live on his own. So he is living a very low life, a small apartment. And then one day he was told that he stole and he had not stole. So it is talking about injustice with this young kids, people who are not yet 18, and they receive injustice
Yeah.
of things that they have not done, or things that they cannot even imagine doing. Yeah. So that one is
Yes. Yes.
intermediate, I can say B2. After you are able to understand Kipepeo, you can understand that very well. Yeah. And
Yeah. Okay.
lastly,
Okay.
and
Asante
lastly
sana.
we have,
Mm-hmm.
yes, lastly we have Ndoto.
Yeah.
Ndoto
And
is a
yeah.
Ndoto is a dream. So the
Samahani.
story is,
Mhm.
I think I'm getting your audio after a while. I think the
Yeah.
internet has,
It's audio. it's lagging. The internet's lagging. Okay, just continue.
Yeah. So I was talking about ndoto. Ndoto is a dream, and the story is talking about, it's fictional. So it is talking about a lady who has dreams, and whenever she dreams, that dreams comes into reality. It becomes true. And one day she was explaining this to her friends, and they started laughing because it was not reality. Yeah, it has a lot of things there, but it is advanced. So if you are able to
Oh,
understand all these stories, the ones that I've talked about, then you can get into ndoto. It's advanced.
okay. Thank you so much. And the first book you said is Swahili Conversations. What about the Swahili Conversations? Are they tailored for beginners or they are for intermediates or?
Swahili conversation. So this one, no, my
Yes,
screen
yes,
has Swahili conversations. So it has 74 conversations. 12
yes.
74 conversations from beginner to advanced. So each 12 sections have, for example, the beginner is from number 1 to number 12. Number 13 to 24 is
Yes.
upper beginner. So it moves like that. Yeah, so it has the
Okay.
dialogues from
So,
beginner to advanced.
yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. So for these books, if someone is within Kenya or let's say you say they're in Nairobi, where can someone buy these books if they want to get them, maybe to improve their Swahili? Where can they get the books?
So for Swahili conversations, someone from Kenya can get it directly from me. They can get it directly from me, or they can go to the Strathmore website and get it from there. Strathmore University website. Or if not that, they can just contact me and then I deliver the book to them. That is if you are in Kenya
Okay, thank you so much.
or around East Africa.
Yes.
Mm.
All right. What about those who are outside? Where can they get the books? Those who are outside.
Those who are outside can get the book on Amazon, and they can get all the books, Swahili Conversations and the stories. All the books, they are on Amazon.
Okay. Sawa.
Yeah.
Asante sana. So thank you so much, Mwalimu, and you're doing an amazing job because we need to create these resources
Mm.
to help this Swahili language to enable people to learn Swahili, find resources easily so that they can speak Swahili and become part of
True.
the Swahili speaking community. Asante sana. So everyone has had
Asante.
our journey into teaching Swahili as a foreign language. Yes.
Mm.
So the next we go to the section Leo Nimejifunza. Today I learned. In this section, we will share one word that we learned today and we will explain its meaning and maybe some examples. So I can start with my word here is burudani. Burudani, and I'll put in the chats. Burudani. Burudani, this is basically entertainment. Burudani, entertainment. Burudani. So that you do, maybe you watch, you listen, all those we call them burudani. Burudani yangu ni kutazama filamu. My entertainment is watching films. Burudani yangu ni kutazama filamu. So burudani basically means entertainment. Maybe you can write your sentence. Our students, our dear students who are watching us, you can write what is your burudani. Burudani yako ni gani? you can put in the chat. Just if it's watching TV, kutazama televisheni, playing, kucheza, listening to music, kusikiliza muziki, working with friends, kutembea na marafiki. All right? You can write your sentence or your example, your burudani in the chat, while our teacher, Mwalimu Connie from Swahili Kingdom, will explain the word that she learned today.
Acha kwanza niandike sentensi. Burudani yangu ni kujifunza lugha mpya. Lugha mpya.
Nzuri. Burudani yangu ni kujifunza lugha mpya. Ya, ndio. Mimi ninapenda sana kujifunza lugha pia. Ndio. Burudani yangu ni kujifunza lugha mpya. All right. Asante sana.
Ndio kabisa. Mimi neno langu la leo, ingawa nilijua lakini
ndio
halitumiki, watu wengi hawalijui, na ningependa pia, I would like the students to know it as well because it is quite important. Kigugumizi.
Okay. Kigugumizi. Sawa.
Kigugumizi is stammering, to stammer. To stammer. Mtu akiongea, anaongea, alafu anakwama, alafu anaendelea. To stammer, stammering. Kigugumizi. Sasa, Kigugumizi. Asante kwa kuandika. Mfano katika sentensi naweza sema, watu wengi wana vigugumizi.
Watu wengi wana vigugumizi.
Watu wengi.
Hiyo inamaanisha nini kwa Kiingereza?
Watu wengi wana vigugumizi inamaanisha many people are stammerers. Many people are stammerers.
Watu wengi. Ndio. Watu wengi
wana vigugumizi. Ndio.
Asante sana. Okay, so we see the comments here that Kiswahili with Anisa, kucheza muziki, burudani yake ni kucheza muziki. Vizuri sana da Anisa. Asante. So you can write as well the sentence or any other words that you learned today as you're learning Swahili. Maybe what other words you learned today, write for us in the comment section as we continue. So these are the two words we learned. I learned burudani, that Connie learned kigugumizi. Yes. Ndio. Asante sana mwalimu.
Yeah. And then students should note that when using,
as we continue to write in the comment section, we will move on to
okay.
Yeah, karibu. Endelea mwalimu.
Nilikuwa nasema students should note that when using kigugumizi, you don't use it as a normal sentence, but you use kuwa na. You say I have instead of saying I am. So you say nina kigugumizi and not mimi ni kigugumizi or something. Say use kuwa na.
Ndio. This reminded me of some of my students. And we were learning about, I taught them about to be. I am a teacher, mimi ni mwalimu. I am a nurse, mimi ni nesi. But whenever they had learned some extra vocabulary out there and they want to put them together, someone wanted to say, I am angry. So she went on and say, mimi ni hasira. So I explained. Yes, I explained. If you say mimi ni hasira, it means your name is Hasira. So you say Nina Hasira. Okay, yes. Okay, so nina kigugumizi. Okay, asante
Ndio.
sana. And I can see as well in the plural form, you said wana vigugumizi, they
Gugumizi.
stammer.
Yeah.
Asante, asante sana. All right.
Mm.
Now we continue. We move on to common mistakes. Common mistake that Swahili learners learn. So I will share two common mistakes that most
Mm.
Swahili learners make mistake while learning Swahili or while speaking Swahili, and also our teacher will list two mistakes and maybe and a possible correction for them, and so that you can be able to speak Swahili correctly. Now, for
Yeah.
me, the first mistake is Nina versus Nico. Nina versus Nico. So I can say Nina versus Nico na, and I'll put this Nina.
Mm-hmm.
This mistake is made even by most native speakers. Whenever they want to say, I have something, you say, if you want to say, I have something, you say, Nina. But you'll hear most people say, maybe I have a phone, Niko na simu. Niko na simu.
Mm.
Niko na simu to mean I have a phone. Niko na simu. But if you want to say, I have, just say Nina, because Nikona means I am with. Maybe it's
Yeah.
not yours, but you just with it.
Mm.
Yes, I am
Niko na
with.
simu.
But if you possess something, it's yours, you say Nina, like you have a car, Nina gari. But if you
Yeah.
say Niko na gari, then you just with the car, not that you're having
Yeah.
the car. So
Mm.
Nina gari, Nina nina mwalimu mzuri
Mm.
na rafiki. So nina rafiki, I have a friend. Niko
Yeah.
na rafiki, I am with a friend, maybe in a place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Asante sana. So that is one common mistake Swahili learners and even most natives make this mistake. And you can write in the comment section an example using Nina so that we know you don't make that mistake. Okay. As we can go on to the next mistake. Okay, hapa tuna praise the praise. Karibu sana, asante sana. Nimefurahi sana kukuona na kuona komenti yako hapa. The next mistake is sipendi and sikupenda. Most students, whenever they want to say I don't like something, yeah, they will say sikupenda, maybe kelele, sikupenda kelele. Sikupenda kelele, this like is in the form. I didn't like noise. I didn't like noise. Sikupenda kelele. But if you want to say I don't like, just say sipendi. Sipendi. Sipendi.
Yeah.
Sipendi.
Yeah.
Asante sana. Sipendi kelele. Sipendi muziki and so on. All right. Hamjambo, naitwa Ojobile, inatoka Uganda. Karibu sana kaka Ojobile Innocent. Karibu sana. So those are my two mistakes that most students make, and their correction already. So you shouldn't make those mistakes again. Now, mwalimu, karibu sana. Karibu sana.
Asante. Mistake number one that I have been seeing is most students that are in Africa, you know, Swahili has the Bantu influence. So most students that are in Africa make this mistake in the Kivi noun class. Kivi noun class. For example, we have kitabu, kitanda, Kivi noun class. So when most students are using that noun class, they usually think that the kitabu should always go with cha. Cha, cha, cha. So for example, a student will say because for example, when we say kiti, we are going to say kiti changu kime. We are going to change to ki. But when now the mistake that students make, they say kiti changu chimevunjika instead of kiti changu kimevunjika. Yes. So because they now think that it should rhyme, which I think it's okay.
Yes.
It's okay to think like that, but there are parts that you have to change the pattern. Kiti changu kimevunjika instead of kiti changu chimevunjika. I've seen that with a lot of students, and they tell me it's because of their Bantu language. That's how they do it.
Exactly. Even I noticed that we have a Swahili dialect called Chimini. It has this chi, and it's essentially one of the reason why most people can make mistake if they have this background in other languages. Maybe even in Congo, I think they will make this mistake for using cha. Yes, ndio. Asante sana. Thank you so much. That is the first mistake that most students make. Daudi
Asante
Yusuf,
sana.
hamjambo, hatujambo. Karibu. Okay, continue to the next. Asante sana.
Mistake number 2, I have not thought about it, so I don't have mistake number 2.
Okay. Sawa. Maybe we can just add. Yeah, Dio. Maybe we can add just for the noun classes. Most students confuse the noun class agreements. So it is just important you review each noun class and just briefly check how the nouns agree with each part of the words. We have specific markers, especially maybe for Mua class, for KV class, for GMA class, and so on. So we're going to do that off. Thank you for clarifying. And your sana mwalimu. Yes, dear. All right, now it's time for question and answers from the viewers. So if you have any question, either to me, to mwalimu from Swahili Kingdom, or to both of us, just write your question in the comment section as we continue. Yes. All right. Okay. So let's wait for your questions. You can write your questions in the comment section. And also if, let me see, if, yes, so if also you want to pop in and just ask the question live, you can just click the link and you'll join us here. And we'll answer your questions. So the link is... All right. Okay, which question would you like to ask? Karibu sana.
Karibuni.
Ndio. Sawa. Sawa, tukisubiri maswali. Nairobi iko vipi? Mvua leo inanyesha sana?
Nairobi leo kumekuwa na jua. Sidhani kutanyesha.
Sawa. Mombasa pia hali ya hewa ni kuna jua na lakini kuna upepo mzuri sana kutoka bahari.
Uko karibu na bahari.
Ndio. Huku ukiwa karibu na bahari utafurahia upepo mzuri sana kutoka baharini.
Unajua kuchagua. Kama uko karibu na bahari.
Ndio. Sehemu ya bahari ni nzuri sana. Na mchana mnaenda mnaogelea alafu mnarudi.
Alafu kuna tofauti gani kati ya maisha ya Nairobi na Mombasa? Unaona tofauti gani?
Mombasa, ninaweza kusema watu wa Mombasa hapa kwa kawaida ni nyumbani kwao. Umeona, hapa ni kwao, ni nyumbani. Sasa wao hawana haraka ile ya kufanya vitu kwa sababu tayari ni nyumbani. Lakini Nairobi, maisha ya Nairobi, watu wamekuja Nairobi, ndio watu wamekuja kufanya kazi, watu wametafuta, wana mikutano mingi, kwa hivyo lazima wafanye vitu haraka haraka. Kuna haraka nyingi sana hapa. Hapa hata ukienda katika duka kuuliza mtu pengine akuuzie kitu, ikiwa tu ni mtu wa asili, watu wengi sana utaona ni kama ni pengine utafikiri hataki kukuuzia, au utafikiri kuna shida gani pengine na kuchukia, lakini ni kawaida tu. So itabidi tu unawazoea watu wa huku. Na pia maduka kufunguliwa huku kidogo yanacheleweshwa kufunguliwa kwa sababu ya joto. Joto linamaliza nguvu sana. Ndio.
Sawa. Basi.
Wakati mmoja nilienda City Mall iko hapa, na saa 3 asubuhi maduka yalikuwa bado hayajafunguliwa, na mtu mmoja analalamika, sasa iko vipi hamfungui maduka saa 3 sasa hivi? Lakini yeye hakujua kwamba huku joto ni kali sana, kwa hivyo unahitaji kupumzika, unahitaji kutulia, kupata nguvu ya kutosha kufungua duka. Ndio.
Sawa basi.
Ndio, lakini hata hivyo maisha ni mazuri sana, kuna vyakula vya kupendeza, watu ni wakarimu na mazingira ni mazuri sana. Ndio. Sasa tuna hapa swali la kwanza. Ndio. Tunaweza kupata if I know verbs can be confusing in the sense of which one to use in certain contexts. Understand verbs? Verbs can be very situational as to which one to use. How do you sort those out? Ndio, mwalimu unaweza kumsaidia tafadhali?
How do you sort that out? Kwanza sijui kama nitaweza kujibu hili swali venye anataka. Sijamuelewa vizuri kabisa kwa sababu I speak in English. I'm saying I have not understood the question clearly, so I'm not sure if the answer I'm going to give is going to get to you praise. It's going to make you feel satisfied. But for me, for you to understand verbs, just know the times that the verb, whenever you have the verb, just know when you see this verb like this is what it means. When you see it like that is what it means. For example, I'm going to give you an example with a tense. Present tense, past tense. When you see a verb like, let's use kucheza. When you see a verb like nilicheza, you know that is the past tense. When you see a verb ninacheza, you know that is the present tense. So just know the verb depending with the context, depending with the infixes that have been put inside.
The context.
Yes, and the infixes that have been put inside.
Yes.
Because you might see the same verb, but with very different infixes. We have the time infixes, we have the people infixes, we have the object infixes. So you need to know those infixes and differentiate them in the verb so that you can know what the verb is talking about. I don't know if I have answered the question.
Yeah, that is very correct as well. Kaka Praise, you'll tell us in the comment section. Unfortunately, I don't have specific example to share with you. Okay. Also, maybe to add on your examples, mwalimu, we have also like verbs like kutoa. Kutoa So you just need to understand the context. Kutoa is to remove something. Kuremove is kutoa. Yeah, kutoa also means to give out. So in a sentence, Rais alitoa mchango or Rais alitoa pesa. So if you translate, maybe the president removed the money. But in that context, it will mean the president gave out the money.
Money.
Yes, yes.
True.
And if we
Please
say
tell us.
alitoa taka, yes, yes, yes.
I was saying,
Ndio, ndio.
Praise, please tell us if you have benefited from these answers, or if you need something more tangible for us to explain
Yes.
better, and what exactly you need us to help you understand better.
Ndio, asante sana. Okay. Tuna hapa nyingine anasema Daud, walimu wetu nauliza nitumie lini la, kwa mfano nimeshamaliza, asanteni sana. Yani anauliza sha tense, naweza kumjibu sha. This sha ni ya kutumia wakati kuonyesha yani kitu kimekamilika tayari na unaweka msisitizo. You're putting emphasis on something that has already happened. Normally, if something has happened, short time or present perfect, we say nimemaliza, I have finished. But if you want to emphasize, you will add the sha. Nimeshamaliza, just I have finished already. Nimeshamaliza.
Yeah.
Ndio.
Walimu wetu na wauliza nitumie. Yeah, just to add on it, just as Mwalimu Abdul Karim has said, you use sha. I can see you have indicated sha and mesha. So sha is a short form of mesha, but it still means the same thing. Talking, emphasizing on something that you have done already. For example, nishamaliza, I have finished already. Or you can say nimeshamaliza. The same thing. But most of the time natives use nishamaliza, especially in Nairobi, instead of nimeshamaliza.
Yeah, nishamaliza. I've heard that several times. Nishamaliza, nishaenda, nishalala, and so on. Yeah.
Nishasoma,
basi kaka Praise ndio. Kaka Praise anasema it has more to do with verb in certain situations more than just the tenses. Tenses actually isn't straightforward. Yeah, nadhani anamaanisha muktadha, the context of the verbs. So maybe it can be synonyms, not synonyms, but verbs that can mean that can have two meanings. Is that what you imply, Kaka Praise? Because we have verbs like ka, to sit, and ka, to stay. Yeah, ninakaa, nimekaa, I'm sitting. Ninakaa Mombasa, I stay in Mombasa. In that situation, if that is the situation, then you just need to understand the context of the verb. And how it is used in a sentence.
Please tell us
that
Praise.
Dear. If there are more questions, keep them coming in the comment section. In the meantime, we are going to the 6th section, but keep your questions coming in the chat. We'll answer them. Now, the last part of our life here is the Swahili challenge. Okay. Asante sana. So we'll have here a challenge, testing pronunciation and vocabulary. Yes. Maybe we can have either this pronunciation challenge or the tongue twisters or any other. Ndio. So kwangu kwa kawaida kuna maneno mawili yanatatizo sana wanafunzi kutamka. Moja ni mto. Mto inamaanisha river.
Ndio.
Alafu nyingine ni mto, inamaanisha pillow.
Pillow.
Yes, pillow. Mto, river na mto pillow. Yaani maneno haya yanatamkwa, yanaandikwa sawa, lakini matamshi kidogo ni tofauti. Ndio.
Mto matamshi yake ni tofauti kivipi?
Ni stress. Tunaweka stress. Kwa mfano mto tunaweka mto. Huu ni mto, the river. Lakini ya pili tutaweka stress mwisho kabisa, mto kumaanisha pillow, mto. Ndio. Sawa. Pengine una maneno magumu kutamka ama twisters kitanzandimi?
Mimi sina kitanzandimi, lakini nina maneno ambayo nimeona watu ambao wanajifunza Kiswahili, those people who are learning Swahili from Africa, find them a little bit hard to pronounce. Na they are general words, but I'm going to talk about the word halafu. Halafu means then in Swahili. So many students, many Swahili learners usually avoid pronouncing H. That's what I have observed. They avoid pronouncing H. So in something like halafu, they will say alafu.
So, ndio. I've noticed that as well.
They will say alafu instead of halafu. And it's not only halafu, but there are other words in Swahili that have H. They ignore the H automatically and they go to the vowel. Yeah, so my advice is for them to just know that Swahili needs pronunciation of every letter. Every letter needs to be pronounced. Yeah.
Yes.
Another thing.
Yeah, to add in your example.
Okay.
Yes.
You add on my example first.
Sorry, I have this example. Yeah. So the word is sherehekea, but I hear many people say sherekea, but it's sherehekea. It comes from the word sherehe. So sherehekea is to celebrate. Sherehekea.
Yeah.
Deal. Continue, Mwalimu, continue.
So the other thing that I wanted to say was pronunciation of double vowels in Swahili. So when there's double vowels in Swahili, some learners skip. They pronounce one letter as one sound instead of pronouncing each vowel, because Swahili needs pronunciation of each letter, each vowel to make its own sound. So I'm going to use this simple, something that beginners should know by now, which is ow, or ow. So most people just say ow, or they don't pronounce everything. Ow. They don't pronounce everything.
Yes.
And I have seen this issue with even other words that have double vowels in Swahili. They pronounce one vowel, they leave the other. So it will be good for it will be good for those learning Swahili to know. Again, in Swahili, you need to pronounce every letter, every sound. Yeah, there are no, how are they called? Silent letters. Yeah. Yeah, that's all from my side.
Asante sana Mwalimu. Yes. We have here the comment of pronouncing H tends to give people a sense of the Arabic language, and as Swahili people don't like to sound Arabic. Ni kweli kabisa. Ndio. Even the GH, most people don't like to pronounce it because it's like the Arabic.
Like saying gali instead of gali. Gali.
Ghali. Everyone just say ghali instead of ghali.
True.
And when I was teaching my students, how to pronounce this ghali, I found it very difficult. But if the students were French or they know French, I just say this is the R in R. The R is pronounced in French.
Yeah.
I said to pronounce their capital city name, then that is the pronunciation of aha. Yes. Double vowels indicates a need to extend or drag out the sound of the original vowel or common. Yes, ndio. Asante sana. Mwalimu, nina challenge moja kwako. One challenge to pronounce these tongue twisters. Yes, jana nilijaribu shirika.
Wow, tongue twister. Okay, let me see.
Okay. I just put here in the comment, you try to pronounce. This is the Rwandan Railway Company. Unahitaji kusema 3 times. Mara 3, haraka.
You want to roast me here? What? I usually have issues with L and R. Okay, let's see. So it is
mimi pia.
Shirika la Reli Rwanda. Okay. Shirika la Reli Rwanda, Shirika la Reli Rwanda, Shirika la Reli Rwanda, Shirika la Reli Rwanda.
Dakika moja, we missed one word. Oh my God, we made this very simple. Shirika
la Reli Rwanda.
Shirika la Reli la
What?
Rwanda. Yeah.
Shirika la Reli la Rwanda. Hi.
Yes.
Shirika la Reli la Rwanda, 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 Shirika la Reli la Rwanda.
Ndio. Shirika la Reli la Rwanda, Shirika la Reli ni ngumu.
Shirika la Reli la Rwanda.
Yeah, ndio. Swahili tongue twisters, ndio.
Shirika la Reli
vitanzandimi.
Ndio.
Swahili
tongue. Yes. Ndio.
Okay, one more. Mama. Mbona Haji mother of Haji. Why is Haji not coming to school?
Mama Haji, mbona Haji haji shuleni? Iko hivyo?
Ndio. Iko hivyo. Mama Haji unahitaji kusoma mara 3 haraka.
Okay. Please put it up there so that I can see. Ndo nione target. Haya. Mama Haji, mbona Haji haji shuleni? Mama Haji, mbona Haji haji shuleni? Mama Haji, mbona Haji haji shuleni? Angalau nimeweza.
Ndio, Mama Haji, mbona Haji haji shuleni? Mama Haji, mbona Haji haji shuleni? Okay, sawa. Okay, mwisho ni fumbo. Unasemaje fumbo kwa Kiingereza?
Fumbo. Inaitwaje? Si proverbs, si
ni riddles?
Riddle ndo hiyo.
Riddles. Okay. So, kaka James, hujambo, karibu sana. Sasa nilikuwa na pita barabarani, halafu baisikeli ikanigonga. Nani alishuhudia ajali? Halafu baisikeli ikanigonga. Nani aliona ajali?
Macho.
Person. Mtu.
Huyo
Nani
mtu ambaye alikuwa
alishuhudia? Who
anaendesha.
witnessed?
Huyo mtu ambaye alikuwa anaendesha.
Okay.
Aliona.
Mtu ambaye alikuwa anaendesha. Aliona vizuri, lakini ni inaitwaje? Ni challenging kidogo. Nitasema jibu lake ni kuna utofauti. Yani, tuseme nilikuwa na Peter. I was with Peter, not I was passing. So Peter witnessed the accident. I was with Peter. Nilikuwa na Peter, not I was passing. Okay. Yes. Asante sana mwalimu, asante sana. Hiyo ni moto sana. Ndio.
Sikuwa nimeelewa vizuri basi.
Ni wanafunzi wangu waliniambia zamani kidogo. Ndio. Okay. Asante sana. Je, una pengine tongue twisters mmoja utambie? Uniambie nijaribu kusema.
Sikuwa nimefikiria tongue twister yoyote.
Sawa. Basi vizuri, na tutafanya hivi basi. Ningependa pengine tuweze kuunda baadhi ya lives kama hizi kwa ajili ya kufundisha watu Kiswahili, na itavutia sana. Tunaalika walimu tofauti, hata unaweza kunialika katika channel yako, na itavutia zaidi na wanafunzi watafurahia zaidi kujifunza Kiswahili.
Ndio.
Asante, tutafanya hivyo bila shaka. Asante sana. Ndio. Asante mwalimu kwa kukubali mwaliko. Ndio. Internet inasumbua sana. Pole. Okay, itabidi nilifunge microphone yangu, halafu utasema kitu.
Aya. Asante pia kwa kunialika katika mkutano huu na kuongea tu na kufunza Kiswahili. Nimefurahia. Leo usiku wangu umekuwa mzuri sana.
Asante sana. Vizuri sana. Mimi pia nimefurahi kwa wewe kubali mwaliko. And maybe other students and those who are native speakers are watching and are wondering, why are these two teachers speaking English in Swahili lesson? But it's just because we want our viewers to understand, but we'll have customized maybe live for different levels. We can prepare. This will be for beginners. This will be for intermediate. For intermediate, we can just focus practicing Kiswahili only and enabling those who are practicing to speak very well. Asante sana. Tutaonana baadaye mwalimu. Asante.
Asante. Kuwa na usiku mwema. Kuweni na usiku mwema wanafunzi. Kwaheri.
Asante sana. Asante. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Goodbye. Usiku mwema. Asante.